state your name and address for the record, and I'll let you know when you have, I know your sermons are short, so I'll let you know when you have 30 seconds, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Reverend Lisa Perkins, my address 322 West Pecan Street here in Sherman, Texas, 75090. Again, my name is Reverend Lisa Perkins, and I'm the pastor at Covenant Presbyterian Church in Sherman, 2 blocks from where we sit this morning. I've been following the request for the historical marker for the 1930 Sherman riot for several months now. The court has heard many reasons why the marker should be granted. People have spoken to you about the importance of history. Some have even told you stories of their own family's perspective, which leads me to this question for the court. Why not? Why not put the marker on the Grayson County Courthouse? Several commissioners have been on record before saying how much history of this county is important to you. So why not this history? I could only come up with 2 reasons why you might not choose to say anything about the marker. 1, your constituencies, and many of you are up for re-election soon. Or 2, this is not history, but it's still a reality. So I'd like to address the 2 reasons I could think of, and there might be more, but these are the 2 that I thought of why you might not want the marker. 1, the seat you currently sit in. My grandmother used to say you're known for what you do and you say as much as you're known for what you do and not do and do not say. And I know by putting it on the agenda and not putting it on the agenda, you might hope to keep your seat. But your silence is also saying something, a reminder that perhaps you might be influenced by means to keep your chair, and I understand that, but I don't think any of that from you, so I don't think this is your cause. Which leads me to reason number 2 of why not putting it on the agenda. That this is not history, but it's still a reality in Grayson County. What do I mean by this? What do I mean by this? That we're still racially divided. That there are still levels to power that are unspoken, but spoken, if you know what I mean. I imagine our thoughts are that we don't want to speak about it, that it might just all go away. Fair enough. But I have to say, the more time it takes for the court to address, the more traction the story and people's awareness grows. Not only the awareness of the marker, but all that lies behind the marker. I've tried to imagine myself in your seats this morning. I've never been an elected official, and it's a tough place to be, for I am sure of it. However, you're elected to be in tough places. You're elected to address tough issues. And so the question begs itself this day. Not whether you or I or Sherman are on the right side of history, but this. Is the 1930 Sherman riot history still a reality in Sherman in 2021? If it is, then don't put up the marker. But if it isn't, and it is truly history, then why not put up the marker and let's move forward? I'm happy to be that conversation partner behind closed doors, so you don't have to go on the record and you can keep your seat. But let's put up the marker and make it history once and for all. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. All right. Coach, you ready?
Ready as I'm ever gonna be.
Grayson, you just state your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, sir. My name is Grayson, 1304 West Sears, Denison, Texas. Y'all don't hold that against me. We don't. My name is Grayson Guest. I am a retired teacher coach in the area, 30 years of public education. I'm also a former Denison City Councilman. I'm also currently serving on over 12 different nonprofit boards here in the county since my retirement, and I'm also currently Vice President of the Grayson County NAACP. I'm speaking to you today on behalf of the monument as well, to commemorate the 1930 monument. And first and foremost, let me be clear, I come to you from a place of healing. We all know as a historian, if we don't remember the past, then we are condemned to repeat it. We also know that if you don't understand the past and the significance of the past, you will never ever fully achieve your true future. With that being said, yes, we want to acknowledge the tragedy that took place in 1930, but we also want to acknowledge the good people that helped the Black community to heal and to restore. Today, we're hoping to acknowledge some more good people that are helping the community to heal. And in closing, I'd like to say, first we want to acknowledge, then we want to empathize, then we want to understand, but we want to move forward, and we want to move forward together. Thank you.
Coach, thank you. All right. Ms. Boyd, come on up. Court, I have not seen the house, but I can tell you she's got a beautiful lot. How are you today, ma'am? Can you state your name and address for the record, please? Go right ahead.
My name is Yolanda Boyd, and I live at 515 East Carter Street. Once again, Judge, thank you so much for being there at the opening.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm grateful for you. I'm also grateful for the commissioners here and the opportunity to speak. It wasn't until I qualified for Habitat for Humanity that I even considered Grayson County to be a permanent home for me. For you see, my great-grandmother, grandfather, great-grandfather, along with my grandmother in their arms, had to flee in the middle of the night as a result of that riot in 1930s, and they never returned. Well, OVO here took the Pepsi Challenge and decided to come on back to my Grayson County and become the Shermanite that I am. When I got here, I was embraced with love, and I was afforded the same privileges as anyone. The riot will always be a tragedy and perhaps a smear upon our city. But we must no longer live in the shadows of our past. But we got to press toward the mark of a higher calling, and that higher calling would be a historical marker that says we acknowledge that it happened. And with acknowledgement comes accountability. Accountability, I believe, gives forth to repentance. And with repentance comes forgiveness, and with forgiveness, we can heal as a land and as a people. And for those whose lives were altered, changed, destroyed as a result of that riot in 1930. I want to say, Mama, Papa, I made it back home. No more to roam. For this historical marker will say to our children, to our grandchildren, and for those to come, and those that are still hiding in the bushes here, lurking to see, is it okay to come back home, that we will never allow this to happen again. I hear the song that she says, we shall overcome this day with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, ma'am.